Today we're making these strawberry lemon scones. We're going to start off by washing and drying a handful of strawberries. We're going to dice them up really small and we're going to need about 3/4 of a cup. I was a little short, so I washed and diced a few more. The recipe says if you're using fresh strawberries to pat them dry after cutting to help remove as much moisture as possible. We're going to set our strawberries to the side and hopefully the paper towel will absorb some of that moisture. To a big bowl, we're going to add in 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour, 1/4 of a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. We're going to set that to the side and work on our wet ingredients. To a bowl, add in 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/4 of a cup of sour cream, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give that a quick mix. Let's check on our strawberries. They look pretty good. Give your dry ingredients a quick once over before adding in half a cup of cubed cold butter. That's 1 stick of butter. The recipe says to cut your butter up into your flour mixture with a pastry cutter until it looks crumbly, kind of like this. I just want to state that the recipe says to mix just until combined. This dough was so wet and stiff at the same time. Add in your wet ingredients and your strawberries. I had to get into the bowl with my hands just to mix it all. I've never had to manhandle scone dough before. The recipe then says to turn it out onto a floured work surface and slice into 8 wedges. For the record, I think it's safe to say my strawberries were the root of my problems. They were too wet. I should have done more to dry them. My dough was so wet and sticky, I even added in some more flour. Probably not the best solution. I sliced my scones and moved them from the counter to my parchment-lined baking sheet, and by the time I got all of them on there, they looked like a hot mess. They were all different sizes and oddly shaped triangles. I was very disappointed. I couldn't bring myself to bake them like that, so I dumped them back onto my counter and started over. They looked better the second time. Into the oven they went at 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And here they are. Do they look pretty? No. Do they smell good? Yes. Holy moly, their lovely strawberry smell almost makes up for their ugliness. The only thing left is the lemon icing. To a bowl, we're going to add in 1 cup of powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. The icing was so thick that I decided to put it into a piping bag. I could have added more liquids to thin out the icing, but chose not to. I had to get this lipstick on those piggies right quick. So, how did they taste? They tasted like strawberries and lemons. Surprisingly, mostly of strawberries. Also, the scones were extremely dense, although that was 100% my fault. I really should have patted the diced strawberries more. My dough wouldn't have been so wet. If it hadn't been so wet, I wouldn't have added the extra bit of flour and probably wouldn't have had to shape it twice. So yes, that was entirely my fault. Would I make this again? Yes, I would. Learn from my experience and hopefully your strawberry scones will come out perfect. I will leave a link to the recipe down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video or would like to see more, please like and subscribe to my channel.